Hey friends, and get ready for a long video. I am doing, I think, 5 or 6 basic stitches. So I am starting off with this hoop that is about 4 inches long. I got this on Etsy, but the shop has closed down because I tried to order more because it's hard to find the gold, at least for me. So, for where I'm at. But anyway, so we're just gonna jump in real quick because I'm doing a voiceover and I don't wanna stay up to the pace of the video. So first, you unscrew that, put your fabric in. I'm using a linen. It's kind of a sheer, lightweight linen. I probably would do a heavier weight linen, but this is just what I grabbed. So then you tighten it like so, and you want to make sure your fabric is tight all the way around. And I show here, like, yeah, you want it to drum, but also if you are pulling on your fabric, you want to make sure the little lines, like the weave, isn't so wiggly like that because it won't match up once you take the fabric out of the hoop. So you want that drummy noise that's when you know it's tight enough. So I keep my thread on this like thread bobbin thing, but this is, when you buy this, it's called a skein of thread. And yeah, I think it's more convenient to keep it on the little bobbin thingy. So I am just going to get some thread, and you can get these bobbin things from any craft store pretty much, or Amazon. I think I have some linked in my Amazon storefront. I'm not sure, but you can find them anywhere. But anyway, so each skein, I guess, is such a weird word. There's 6 strands that make up one skein, and I usually use 2 strands and then thread it, tie knot, so it'd be 4 technically. So, but that's what I'm doing here. I'm getting 2 threads. And you should pull them one at a time. It makes it easy, but I do it. Whatever. See, there's 2 right there. And then I'm gonna thread it. And I find that it's easy. I usually keep like a damp, or like a damp paper towel or a little cup of water or something. So the threads, because obviously I'm not gonna like lick it or anything. But yeah. But anyway, so you can either embroider without tying a knot, or you don't have to fold it all the way in half, just so you get that 2 thickness instead of the 4. But I completely tie it in a knot just so I don't have to worry about it. And most of my stuff, little kids wear it because embroidery necklaces and stuff, and I don't want that stuff to come undone or anything. So that is what I am doing, and then we will get started. My first video of this, I did a back stitch first, so I'll do that. So back stitch is pretty easy. It's my most used stitch, probably. So you just pull it up, and depending on how big you want your stitch, pull it down. So 1 stitch, and then you want to go about the same distance that you just did. And then go back into that first hole. So up, and then in that same front hole. And this is probably the easiest stitch, I think. It's also probably one of my, I'm saying probably a lot, but this is my, I almost said it again, my most used stitch, just because it's good for outlining, it's good for filling in, you can make flowers out of it, you can do all sorts of things. But I'm showing that you can make and you can make them longer, or super short, like they can get smaller. It looks nice if you can keep it consistent, like if you're gonna do long back stitches, then have them all be long back stitches. But if you're going to do short back stitches, then do them all short, you know. So, but that's how you do a back stitch. Easy peasy. I thought that was the end of me showing the back stitch, but it's not. I'm showing, like, you get super small, like I said before. So, and if you hear background noises, my husband's giving my kids a bath, and they're kind of loud. And this is, I'm in the farthest away, the most quietest place I can be, and I can still hear them. So this just is what it is. But anyway, so I like it when back stitches are long as I'm watching this over again, but you know, each their own. But anyway, to finish off the stitching, you can wrap it around the back stitches if you want. I don't do this. I usually just cut it and then tie it into a knot, because little kids, they pick at things and stuff, and I want to make sure my pieces last, so that's what I'm going to do. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to save this piece. I'm going to unstitch all of this when I'm done with this, and so I can use my fabric for something else. See? So, but normally I would cut it and then tie a knot if I was embroidering. But I guess it depends how you finish your hoop and if you're wanting the piece to stay in the hoop and whatnot. So that's the back stitch. So next we can do the running stitch, and I showed it in 2 ways in my last one, and I guess I can show 2 ways again. The way that I would use it, that just seems easier. You just go straight up, go down, and I don't use this. I don't think I've ever used this stitch before. And then you just leave about the same. I mean, I guess whatever spacing, you know, all of this is subjective to what you are, as the creator, what you want to do. So, but ideally, it should be about the same space as the stitch, but you can do whatever you want. But anyway, I've never used this stitch before. I was thinking about it before I made this video, and I was thinking, like, it would be kind of cool to see, like, a whole, maybe like a scenic scene, or like just like an embroidery art piece made just with the running stitch, because you could, like, you know, every other one, and make it kind of tight, the rows and stuff, and it'll look like a painting type thing. But anyway, so yeah, so you're just going pretty much up and down, leaving a space as far apart or as close as you want. I'll do one more just so it looks kind of even. And bloop. for the second running stitch, it was hard for me to do it in the first one when it's in a hoop. So, and I normally don't use videos, you know that I don't use an embroidery hoop. I get the same result with doing it this way. So anyway, so a running stitch, a second way is to go, I find that it would be easier if I wasn't using an embroidery hoop. You just kind of weave it in and out like that. And then I feel like this is like the old school way, how people embroidered when they didn't have hoops. And then like that. So either way, I would do this way, with an embroidery hoop or without one. But just so you can. So next we're going to do a split stitch. And you have to have at least 2 threads because you're going to split in the middle in half. So as you're going to make a stitch to start off with, however long or short you want, and then you pull it down, and then when you go back up through the fabric, you're going to get in the middle. So you want half of the thread on one side, half on the other side. So you're going to go in between. You see that? There's 2 threads, or however many threads you have, and then anchor it down and do it again. Go split the middle, pull up and down. Probably should have used more threads so you guys could see better, but I think you can see that. You're just going in between the threads when you go up and then down. I don't think I've used it. My thread stitches that I use are very basic, and plus with flowers, those are different stitches, which I'll have a video on. Maybe I'll do that next or something. So just in the middle. But this would be a good one for like flower stems. There is a stem stitch, but this would be cute for that, or for outlining. I'm not gonna go all the way around because that would take forever, and I think you guys get the point. And then down, and then you would. next is a chain stitch, so just pull it up, go straight down, and then just like the back stitch, you're going to go forward, and then you're going to go under, hardwood nails, pull that, push it back down, and then repeat. I don't use this stitch a lot either, but I do like using it. Man, it's almost like it would have been easier to show if I didn't have it in a hoop, which is kind of funny. And then this would be good for outlining pretty flower stems. Like, it's pretty versatile, or versatile, whatever you use. Oh, wait, nail. My hand's out of the way. Pull it. So you're going underneath both of those, and then right back down. Pull it up. And when you're going under these two threads, you want to make sure not to go underneath the fabric. You're going in between the thread and the fabric. And then you're just anchoring down, and it kind of, looks like a chain. I think it looks really cool. I like this one. Okay, so next is a stem stitch like we talked about. Okay, so I deleted the first footage of the stem stitch, and I'm doing it again because I wasn't in love with how I explained it. So it's easy though. So you just pull up, you can hold the thread out of the way with your finger and pull down a little bit, but not all the way. And then you're going to go up in between the two holes and pull, just like that. You want to pull in the direction that you're going. And you want to make sure that you're pulling kind of tight, not too tight, and then you just do it again. So you go down and then go up into the same hole as you just made previously. And you're going to pull up in the direction that you're going and pull kind of tight, otherwise you'll get like this bumpy effect. And you kind of want it to lay flat. And then, so again, get out of the way, push the needle down, go up into that last hole. And this is really good for flower stems, that's what it's named, obviously, or even outlining and things like that. I do actually use this one, so yeah. And that's pretty much how you do a stem stitch. And as always, if you ever have a question about anything about this video and the stitches, or if I'm not explaining something right or anything, just you can ask your questions or anything in the comments below, and I always read them and I always get back to them, so it's not a problem at all. Lastly, we have the satin stitch. Okay, so the more threads that you use, the faster and thicker that this will be. And the less thread, the longer it takes, but the more detailed and nicer, I guess it kind of looks. I don't know if nicer is the word, but all you do is go up and whatever your space is, you just go down, and you want to get as close to the previous holes as you can, just like that. It's really easy. This one's good for filling in, most definitely, and flowers. Well, you fill in the petals with this, so yeah, filling in, this one's a good one, and it's pretty easy. You just go up and down, and that's pretty much all that you do. But those super detailed embroidery designs that you see, if you've seen them, and they are like super like art, it's usually with the like one thread satin stitch, so it takes forever, but it turns out beautiful. So yeah, that's the satin stitch. And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or you want to see a stitch in slow motion or from a different angle or just anything like that, just let me know in the comments below. There's a bunch of other stitches, and I'm just slowly trying to redo my older videos that don't have a voiceover or anything, just captions. So more videos and embroidery stitch tutorials like this one will be coming as well. And next I'll probably do like flowers and leaves or something, or just more tutorial type videos on embroidery and stuff. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and thumbs up this video if you would like to, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for my packing video. Bye guys.